Welcome to A Time to Pause. I'm Sarah. Today I'm struggling a little bit with motivation and I'm having a few difficulties concentrating. I've got a little bit of a cold, which never makes it too easy. And yet at these times, even though there's a struggle on the surface, there's a deep knowing that actually this is the time most I need to pause and give myself some kindness. But I also like to take, in these moments, to take it back to the basics, to remind myself that it's okay. I'm only human, I'm doing my best, and in relative terms, all I need to do is breathe. That's all I need to do. If I can take those expectations off myself and know that I've still got a lot to do, but in the bigger picture, it's okay, then that gives me some more space to develop more motivation. It just makes it feel a little bit easier and gives me the space to make wise decisions, like take some rest or have a cup of tea instead of trying to do those extra emails. And when I think about my meditation practice, despite feeling unmotivated, I like to do these practices and bring it back to the basics, as I said. And that for me is a basic breath meditation. Just notice that we're breathing in and notice that we're breathing out. And give myself some credit for just coming to my own practice, whether that be long or short. So that's where I'd like to take our meditation today, back to the basics. So when you're ready, get into your position that you find most comfortable, where you can feel solid and stable and yet relaxed and at ease. And when you're ready to close your eyes, start with some deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Take as many as you need to feel slightly more energized and present on the in-breath and relaxed and at ease on the out-breath. And after a few deep breaths, allow the control and the influence on the breath to just melt away and allow the breath to breathe itself. Just breathing in naturally and breathing out naturally. Take the focus down to your tummy and notice the breath. As you breathe in, the belly area expands, and as you breathe out, the belly area contracts. Sometimes this can be really slight and subtle and requires attention and focus. Just notice the belly's movements with the breath. Know that you're breathing in and know that you're breathing out. And the beauty of the breath is that it's always there, and yet it is always changing. It's a beautiful example of impermanence. How it comes and it goes. Know that you're breathing in and know that you're breathing out. If you take your attention to your chest area and notice your chest rising and falling with each in and out breath. And if your mind wanders, notice that it's wandered, and then gently and kindly just bring your attention back to your chest rising and falling. There's nothing else to do, but just notice your chest rising and falling with each in and out breath. Take all other expectations off you. We're not trying to achieve a particular state. Trying for something magical to happen. It's just developing that skill of being able to notice what's actually here right now. And so when your mind does wander and you get caught up in those thoughts, it's the noticing of that is the joy of this practice. Because that's the skill that's going to help us develop the peace and contentment that I think most of us strive for in our everyday lives, despite the chaos going on around us, despite the pain that we experience, despite all of the relationship difficulties we have, or the juggle that we do. It's the noticing and bringing yourself back to a place where there's just breathing in and breathing out, nothing more, nothing less. And take your attention to the top of the lip or at the nostrils and see if you can notice the breath and the breath's characteristics when you're breathing in and out. Is there a short breath or a long breath? Is it cool or is it warm? Try not to get caught up in the words or the thinking, but just the noticing experience. The noticing that the breath, when you turn towards the breath, it's always there. You can get caught up with thoughts for a long time, but when you turn back towards your thoughts and the attention and the focus goes back there, the breath is still there. Notice if you can see, if you can feel a difference when you're caught up in thoughts or caught up in sensations, and then you bring yourself back to the breath. Is there a settling, a sense of ease? Or is there a sense of fear or chaos? Whatever it be, just notice it. And know that you're doing your best. And you're just on this journey of discovery of your own mind. Now I'll get you to notice what it feels like to start to take some deep breaths in. And breaths out. And start to make some small movements in your fingers and toes. And when you feel ready to open your eyes, come back to the room and to give yourself a little bit of credit for sitting through the meditation, for participating, for doing your best, despite what happened. Thank you.